So, hey guys, Chauzu here. So we just got the big news drop from New Year, and tomorrow at news time, the Sugo-Fest will go live. But first, let's go into the MISC news a bit quick. These are the new level limit characters. I've already looked at them. I'll make a video about them maybe a week from now. Let's just get the New Year's hype out of the way first, but I also want to give my thoughts on the new units. I'm pretty excited by some of them. The new Luffy is a Rail League Shop unit, and you can also get copies by logging in, as well as some gems. There will also be New Year gems later. Our new Super Evolutions, I made a video about them before. Grand Party starts at New Year, and when Grand Party ends, we're going into a Blitz, so it's going to be an eventful few weeks. We have the gem sales. 300 Rainbow Game Packs is appreciated, but other than that, it's not very great. Like, for example, we have 123 Rainbow Gems packs, and for like the Big Mom Sugo instead, it was 120. So we get 3 extra gems because it's New Year. So yeah, not big of a deal. And yeah, it's going to be a 10 Rainbow Gem pack as well. Some of them will reset. The 123 and 10 Rainbow Gem packs will probably be for the next treasure map against Viper. The campaign, not that much. We have some free multis, 10 in total. Interestingly enough, only the first 4 are in the game right now, so we will be getting another data download pretty soon, since Bandai are going on vacation on the 29th or whatever it was. It will probably include the next PvP batch as well, so we'll see what that is. Might be a new legend, like we got a PvP legend like 3 or 4 months in a row. From the Bagua is the new point event. You'll be able to recruit the new Kid and Law free-to-play unit. This one, pretty decent. Pretty good captain ability as well, can go up to 4.5 times attack, which is pretty crazy for a free-to-play unit, and also resist the spear. And pretty decent special as well. Chain boundary and a pretty weak increased tap timing, whatever that mechanic is called. So definitely worth farming, and you get as much rewards as usual from the point event. We'll also have a blitz against Black Maria, where we can get a free-to-play Black Maria. And I think the shopping man from this alone is like 100 gems, so definitely worth farming this when the time comes. New Black Maria is pretty decent. Her special is very similar to the rare recruit Black Maria, maybe even better, so we take those. The best part though is the support that can be put on some good Beast Pirate units. And you just get a free 1.5 times color affinity. This will potentially be great for units like the new versus Kaido. Let's get into the Sugo-Fest now. We can talk just a bit about Roger. I don't really think it's worth pulling here. Roger is the only Super Sugo available. And yeah, the rest isn't super impressive, I'd say. So even if you lack Roger, it might be best just to wait, to be honest. But yeah, let's get into the main part of this video. We now have almost full info about the Sugo-Fest. We only lack like specific rates, mainly for part 1. We are fairly certain about part 2, 3, and 4. But yeah, there's really no news here in the beginning. It's just now we know that there's quite a few Super Sugos available. People were afraid there wouldn't be too many, but there are quite a few, so that's nice. We also know that there are treasure map units available on part 1. Not boosted though, so pretty unlikely to pull them. But yeah, let's talk about part 1 first. And these are the step-ups if you don't remember. Very similar to the last Super Sugo with Uta part 1. With that, or maybe it was anniversary, but anyway, we have that 50% chance for reds on 23rd pool. 20th is Super Sugo-Fest only. And 35th is a guaranteed debut Super Sugo-Fest. So Yamato versus Kaido, Robin, or Nami. And the other ones are pretty standard Sugo-Fest, so nothing too exciting stepwise. So yeah, part 1, the only boosted Super Sugos are Kaido versus Yamato, Robin, and Nami. All the others are available except for Roger, but you shouldn't expect to pull all of these. You'll probably get a few. It depends on RNG in the end. Like, these Super Sugo-Fest units are as likely to get as every other legend not listed here. So they just say that they are available, not boosted, so it's the same rate for like V1 Whitebeard as it is for Super Tandem Kaido. So just keep that in mind, so it's like less than 1%, or less than 1.1%. So very low. You'll probably get a few, but not too many, and might not be the ones you want. So I've seen a few always say that, oh, yeah, I'm getting Uta on part 1. Yeah, I wouldn't bet on that. But yeah, I do understand that people want Uta now if they don't have it, just to get the free Uta as well. But yeah, the cool thing with part 1 is, of course, that all Super Sugos are here, but also 3 of the most recent released legends. Like, this is the first time Korra and Law reruns, and I think first time Lin Lin appears outside of her debut. And obviously Lin Lin fits pretty well with the versus Kaido. She's basically designed for him, I'd say. So personally speaking, I'm pretty happy that part 1 has some good boosted units. My main disappointment personally is the bottom row. I like some more older legends, especially new level limit break legends, but it is what it is. I don't have Jinbei max as well, and my 6-star Luffy isn't maxed, but the V1 Snake Man is. But yeah, the sad part with all Sugos for me is that like the middle of the pack is like everything max level limit break, because they appear on like every Sugo, so you just keep pulling them. Like Law and Kid Super Tandem, for example, I maxed them long ago, and I'm starting to collect quite a few dupes of them. But yeah, I'd say for most people, part 1 is worth pulling. Like in this video, I won't really give pull advice. It's more complicated than that. But if you have to pull on one part, it's probably this one. Like, we have to wait for the rates, but probably it's like 0.167% chance to get any of the new legends, so 0.5% total. So together with better step-ups in general, you're very likely to get one. And say you are willing to go to further multis on any part. Part 1 is pretty good. You are very likely to get more than one Super Sugo-Fest. Maybe even all of them. It's possible for sure. And you are guaranteed one thanks to the final steps. You can't get shafted. But of course, if there's one you prefer more than the other, then you have to consider things a bit differently. You also have to consider legend pools, and there's really not a legend pool that is better than anything else. Like, I've seen a lot of people hype up part 2, for example. And like for me personally, this is one of the worst parts I've ever seen for me personally. Like, sure, I'd love some Uta dupes. I wouldn't say no to any Super Sugo-Fest dupes, but if you talk about normal pool, if you talk about the normal pool, for me, like, this is basically garbage. I have basically everything maxed here, level limit break, and everything, like, not Chopper, of course, but like ulti is basically maxed. Who is max Super Tandem at least. Like, even the old legends, Like, depends on which Fuji this is. Yeah, it's the V1 Fuji who just got level limit break, so don't have him maxed actually, but otherwise, all of these old ones are maxed, so. But it's probably good for a lot of other people, but for me, this is just awful. One thing that is rough with comparing though is first the fact that it's hard to know how much you lack on part 1. You have to add up all legends missing, and it's a lot of small percentages. While on part 2, 3, and 4 is much easier. Like every leg here is 0.5%. So if you lack 4, 2% chance to get a new legend. But for part 1, it's like I lack 20 legends. This one is 0.167%. This one is 0.07%. Add it up, it's a bit rough. But basically, if you just want any new unit of the new Super Sugos, part 1, definitely the way to go. Part 2 is if you want a specific one, and hopefully the rest of the units available are to your liking as well. Personally speaking, part 3 is amazing. Like, the only bad thing with part 3 is that the new Super Sugo here is Robin, like literally anything else, and I'd be super hyped for this part, but Robin is definitely a unit you only need 1 copy of. You really don't need dupes. I'm not saying dupes are worthless, but like I can't really imagine teams using it, even if Robin is good in Super Boss. Like she's more likely to be part of a super tandem than to be the final tap, for sure. But like other than that, the Super Sugos available are amazing to get dupes of. We even have Lakaru and Ben Beckman to get some super tandem dupes. Black Maria as well. And the bottom row, like I lack Crocodile. I need a dupe of Korra just for his support. Lucci got level limit break. Vito Duffy might get it soon. Vito rarely got it lately. And yeah, it's just good value all around. Like my shopper isn't maxed. Shang-Chi is not maxed. So yeah, I might end up pulling here as well. Like it depends if I get Robin part 1 or not, and if I feel like getting dupes of anything else. Like I'm not really decided yet. We'll start with part 1 and see what happens. And yeah, part 4 might be pretty good for beginners in particular who wants to reroll. Like a lot of these Super Sugos are still very strong and good to own. Like Roddy Whitebeard, Luffy Crew, Yamato Ace, might as well get a Nami as well. So yeah, it's not a bad one. Even old legend wise, like I lack the 3 old ones here, Sabo, Shirahoshi, and Enel. Enel is max, but Sabo and Shirahoshi, but they're not super high value to max, so I have no rush for that. And like Usopp Yasop doesn't have super tandem or anything, so 1 copy is pretty okay. And as you all know, this old big mom keeps stalking me, so don't really feel like pulling for more of her. So yeah, even if this is good Super Sugo wise, pretty weak. For me personally at least, but it's probably good for others. There's also some rate boosted units. I'm a bit sad that the new Otama isn't boosted, but it is what it is. It's like the only rare recruit I lack. But yeah, that's all the info you will need, and I'm going to let you guys make your own decision on what to pull. But part 1 is pretty safe, and you can't go wrong pulling on part 1, in my opinion. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.